Sambo.
Alright.
Alright, let's go ahead and get back into it.
Precisely.
First of all, we had a real good response from last video.
Yeah, we really did.
How you feel about some of those comments?
Exceptional.
We should be reading some off your phone, but I don't have to.
Absolutely. That's just how I feel about it. I was like, okay. Now we put something correct in the universe, for sure. And it helped me to also see the potential in what we're doing.
Right.
And where it could really, really go. So, y'all can go back and watch the first one yourself and read the comments as well. See if you connect with anything. But it really did show me the potential of what it is that we're actually doing. And that's why I see, and we both thought it would be best that we get down to the bottom of things.
Now we get down to the bottom of things.
Yeah.
So y'all saw the passion.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna see some of the real.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We want to go first.
So where we been at mentally? Mentally, we've been going through some stressful times.
We've been going through some things. Going through
maneuvering, navigating.
Absolute ups and downs.
I'll say navigating through some times.
Figuring things out.
At one point, we were figuring out. At one point, we were trying to decide if we were to stay together.
Yeah, absolutely.
We probably could cut that part out.
No, that's real. That's real. We have been trying to figure out how do we fully mesh and work together. Who are we together?
Yeah.
What's our identity? And
what are we moving towards?
Yeah, what are we moving towards? And I remember asking you, or just saying to you, I would like to do this right with you. And yeah, and that's where we've been at. We've been in this state of not wanting to have or hold or harbor any ill will towards each other. Just for things that happened between us in the past. And we've been looking to make it right, but not always knowing how to do it right, the correct way.
Yeah, like I said before, I feel like we culture shocked each other when we first met.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to your lifestyle, and you were not used to my lifestyle.
It took us a minute.
What are some things that shocked you about my lifestyle or my career path?
I think what shocked me the most is you just knowing so many people and you having like ability to be in an intimate setting with people, and me not being used to that was a shock to me. And that I could see how that made me want to be even closer to you in terms of who you are. And I can also see how that was also by me wanting to be so close, it was coming off as controlling. Yeah. So that was probably the most shocking thing. And I could see how, my actions have been controlling, for sure.
One term that you used with me, you said more than several times, you said, I'm too friendly.
Right. Because I'm a Pisces, so we like our world to be specific towards us, and it's one of our natures to be dark and light, and I like being in my more so in my dark nature, my tone. That means I'm more aesthetic, and that leads me to just want you to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you selfish.
Yeah.
Very selfish with me.
I can be very selfish.
You've been very selfish with me. Another word for friendly is, I believe I'm a social person.
Right.
When I am social.
Right.
And I like communication. I like humanitarian business. I like eye to eyes. I like one-on-one time. But what I've learned through some triggers or some of our arguments is that I can hold more discernment. I can hold more discernment through how I operate.
For sure. For sure.
Something as simple as if I'm meeting a masculine, making sure they greet you first. Something as simple as that is what you have suggested, which I can understand that being a formal gesture.
Yeah, with me, it'd be like just no hugs. That's who I am.
But you gotta understand that some people have been knowing way before you.
But that's I'm just letting y'all know like how I think. Like I'm letting you know, I'm letting them know how I think.
So I believe the proper way of balance is them greeting you first, the masculine greeting you first, and then I greet them from there. I think I can ask you more questions.
Yeah, like I can acknowledge that. One, I have been controlling, for sure, because it's not really a because, but there's a way that I have been processing it. I have not been processing correctly. Not being able to fully just get into my full, facing my fears, or just allowing for me to lead into my fears some more. And I think separation from you at times, you know how we got together and how we came together was such an explosion. Feel like two stars collapsing upon one another, like a black hole.
Yeah, from the first day we met.
Yeah, so it was
we were together for months.
It's been like I don't want to separate from that. So I can see how I've been controlling to the point where even when it comes to you want to go take a trip somewhere or something like that.
And not just a trip. I want to have my work trip.
Yeah,
like
a work trip, business trip, career
part
trips.
Part of my career is to take on travel.
Right, absolutely.
To fulfill bookings in other states.
So I can see how I've been, in a way, like not want to separate from you. And that has been a form of control and not trusting or having faith. You see what I'm saying? And allowing for you to just be the serpent that you are, because that will ultimately lead to even me being able to be in my power. So I can see that, and I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that side, and I can see also the pain that some of my actions have caused physically in your face, in you. And these are the things that I want to acknowledge and take heed of. So therefore I don't cause it no more. Therefore, the only thing that I actually want to bring forth with you is our world, the one that we be designing, the one we write our goals, the one where we put together our schedule, and it's like, oh, we really doing this, we really living it out, and not just a world where we saying it or we look good, but the actual world where I'm speaking to you from, like, really at your core, from at my core, because I know myself to the point I'm not afraid. You know, I'm not afraid to make sure that you tell me you got a plan to this and that, and I listen to it, and I really do respond to you like, go forward. I love your idea, because that's the type of person I really want to be. I want to be that real person for you, you know, and not just a person that, you know, infatuated with you. I like how you look, you know, I like how you make me feel, or I like how, you know, we may look towards the world, but actually, for real.
Yeah, I would love to hear more encouragement on the idea. But you be saying, I thank you for acknowledging everything you just acknowledged, because when you express that to me, it takes a lot of me feeling unheard. It takes a lot of weight off of me when you express the things that, you know, I can complain about here and there, but when you say it or when you acknowledge it, it's like a weight that comes off of me. And in that same breath, I can admit some of my wrongs, which is I'm very sharp with my tongue. I can be. So I can watch my mouth when I get frustrated. That's one thing. And in the same breath that you say you can see pains that you've caused on me, I can see the same thing. I tell you all the time, I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm looking at your eyes and your eyes are crying to me. I know when your eyes are smiling, and I know when your eyes have changed. So there's things that I've said out of frustration that, you know, I would have liked to alchemize, and moving forward, find different channels for expressing my frustrations rather than, you know, because sometimes I blow up, and that's not the right way to go about things. Not when it's an expression to who I'm in love with.
I think
And you hold on to things. You hold on to my words. Like, you really, really,
sure.
really care about my words.
Absolutely.
So that's why I have to really, really, really be mindful of my sharp tongue.
Yeah. What you say, you know, it has a deep,
like, I know that
effect.
It cuts without cutting.
Yeah.
And
And
that's something I acknowledge.
I never want to create the version of you that wants to cut. And that's the thing. That's why I would rather acknowledge myself and see myself from that bird's eye view and perspective, and allow myself to be more transparent and vulnerable. So therefore I can actually grow. I can mature with you. There's one thing about being a man or being mature on your own, but it's another thing in maturing with someone. And that's what I'm learning to do, is to mature with you. And I think that's why, you know, sometimes in a relationship, I've never been in a relationship like this, but I can see how I got this is my first bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you my first, like, I ain't supposed to make you laugh. I ain't trying to make you laugh. But in reality, though, you my first. You my first, for real. Like, when I think about it, like, my first going through real lessons.
I think.
Like, I'm saying, let me finish. I'm really willing to go through real lessons and get past the lessons.
You met your match.
Yeah, I met my match. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I'm the match, but you the fire. You heard? Like, I'm the match, but you. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I didn't know. It's a lot of things that we came across. I didn't know
you
was
feel
going.
like you can walk all over me. Sometimes I feel like that should your demeanor is. I'm gonna talk to her or no. Your thing is like I'm gonna do whatever I want to do with her, and I think the way I blow up, maybe sometimes you never seen that reaction before.
Yeah, I never seen it before. And it's also the way you selfish about me too. Like you real, like, you real selfish about me.
No way.
Because you be wanting me to explain myself.
I don't think that's being selfish about
but
you.
No, but
I think another word for that, because I think you're selfish about me. I want you to be around people. I tell you to be around your family. I tell you to hit this person up. I tell you to keep in contact with everyone around you. I'm the reminder.
But it's the first
time. I'm nosy.
Right.
I'll say I'm nosy.
Right.
I like to know everything about everything.
Right. It's the first time I had
and
to
I like
explain
to know the
myself.
details.
I ain't never had to explain myself
I like to know
before.
the details.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you want to know all the details, and you want to get into the crevice of things, and all in the crevice. And I'm like, yo, I ain't never had to do all this explaining or this detailing before.
Mm-hmm.
While at the same time, though, I do see how it's actually making me a better musician. It makes me a better artist, a better writer. Mm-hmm. So I can see the reason for it too at the same time.
What's an example of how I like to know the details? What's an example of how I like to receive details?
When I go out, bus moves, stuff like that. If I have conversations with people, anybody, feminine, you want me to break down that conversation. You want me to and be honest about the conversation, how it went, the whole entire night, what you received from it, things like that.
And I like to know the overall lecture. I like to know the subtle cues. I like to know what the eye contact was like. I like to know the body language.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It should be real detail oriented. At first I was like caught off guard, like why she want to know all this.
Because I know that you read people too.
Right.
So I like to know what your actual perspective is. I like to know what you're actually seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Same. I think a lot of this has been shocking because I think when you do meet your match, you like, I'm sitting here like, wow, there's a lot of things that I know that I cannot run away from. Like, even though if I get in some heightened state, or even be like, oh, I'm gonna go do this or go, my mind, just my heart or my mind be like, nah, that ain't the one you actually walk away from.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the person that you see yourself without.
Mm-hmm. Something I can give you credit for is even after we have a real bad day, a real bad fight or argument, something I can give you credit for is that you always eventually come back to putting your best foot forward and making it right. That's something you go out of your way to do, because I'd be ready to leave. I'd be ready to be like, I'm gone. I'm tired of this. You got me fucked up. And you always come around to like come in with a genuine approach for it, like coming around to just correcting yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's something I really, really need. Like, I just need to hear that everything's gonna be okay. okay. Like you could do anything in the world, but if you tell me, if you like recognize it and come back and tell and express it to me the way that you do, we can get over anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cause I have been done a few times, but you know, at the same time, we're never done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do all. It's interesting. We get to that state sometimes, and then I've noticed that maybe these are places I've never actually been able to go before. And if we get to a point where we're done, but then some inner voice like, no, it ain't done. It ain't over to fat lady sings.
But you asked me, you said, why do you always, what did you say out there? You said, why do you get cold on me when I'm ready to warm back up with you? And I'm like, you were just ice cold with me the day before. Like, ice cold, as in very mean, as in real.
But you be turning up. You be turning up. My cold is also like I want to actually sit down and like let both calm down.
Can you admit that you play mind games? And I feel like you know certain things that I'm going to
I definitely play chess
irk
sometimes.
me.
I definitely play chess sometimes.
Like, what's an example of you playing chess? What's an example of something you do that you know is going to hurt me?
I mean, I don't want to.
No, I think they need an example. It's freeing because what we're talking about, I'm sure everybody has done. There's things that I do, I know it's petty, and I didn't have to do it.
So, if I pack my things and I say I'm about to go, and I don't break down to you where I'm going or what my plan is, and you want to...
And I'm steady asking you, babe, where you going? Like, I'm trying to make a long-term plan.
Right. And you ask me where I'm going, and I'm like, look, just let me do me. And you, at that same time, still steady trying to get me to communicate and converse. And you wondering why I'm doing what I'm doing.
But you know, at the same time, I feel like you said, you want me to, you sometimes you like a chase. That's what you like sometimes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you do that, it, for me, like what happened recently, it triggers a real abandonment.
Right. And I think I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how that is a mind game. When you know something that does trigger somebody, and you do a thing to get them to activate.
Come
here.
extra
No,
shit.
come here.
Camera.
Come here.
I'm
I
good.
didn't know you was gonna be crying on camera. I didn't know you
Cause
was
you
doing all
do
that.
sometimes you do that on purpose.
Alright, let me grab it.
No, I'm good.
No.
I would just like for you to really speak on those
I
mind
see.
games.
I see.
No, not it.
I see.
This is a movie.
I mean, you cried like a movie.
I Not movie.
You crying like, I didn't know it was gonna be, you know.
No, because I feel like you really do that on purpose sometimes. And I told you, you have a mean streak. You have a really mean streak.
I can be cold.
Yeah.
I can be cold. You turn up on me too.
I think we should just end it with, I can be cold.
But
And let me come to my own
But you're right.
understanding.
I can be cold. And I can acknowledge when you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I take heed. I take heed to the things that have caused pain. I do. I take heed to when I do cause pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I acknowledge. Because I don't want it to repeat. I don't want to repeat no cycles.
Yeah.
At all.
Like when we do come back from our fights, and we take the time to refresh with like a shower or a bath the next day. I feel like when we do get back on good terms after a big fight, it feels really, really good to me. Good. Feels like a stronger love.
Like we went through a tunnel.
But it really does take when you recognize, or when you say it yourself, like, damn, I was being controlling, or damn, I did that to intentionally hurt you.
I think every man knowing they be in control.
But it's freeing when you're able to see it yourself and speak it.
And that's the point. I think we should man up and own our reality. I think men should man up on our reality, own the decision that we make, and that we make or don't make. And I think once we stop acting like we can't make decisions that are harmful, we sometimes can definitely harm things and not allow for the free flow to happen, while really just being the protectors that we are.
I think men lean into a controlling state trying to protect, like protection is the intention, but sometimes they can go borderline. It can be like borderline, just too entrapping.
Yeah, it's with reason sometimes.
Yeah, but in a lot of instances, it's your discernment that has saved us as well.
Right.
So just find like a good balance in between it.
Find some alignment, some harmony.
Smart.
Yeah, eye to eye, sincerity.
You can get through anything with an eye to eye.
Being
and
genuine.
Accountability, like, this is what I did, and this is how I can move on and change from it.
Absolute transparency. I think one thing that also possibly that we know that we end up learning is that I can see how another controlling thing that can be a thing is trying to fully isolate one another. And I can also see how it is me wanting to have you to myself. Right? So it's like I want that side of me, that nature in me. I don't know who all these other people are, but I know you. But if I trust myself, and if I truly trust you, then I trust that the people that you know are also my family. You see, because if you are, and you are, if you really are my lover, and I am faithful to you, then that means that your circle is faithful to me. Because we are one. We are one being. And I can rest in knowing that, and I don't have to isolate.
Yeah. Not only that, I wouldn't converse with someone who I feel is in any disrespect to you.
Precise.
But I have noticed that, you know, you get very tense with me. You get very tense with me sometimes when I'm in conversation with anyone else. Not anyone else,
but don't make it ain't like just everybody. Nah, I'll be relaxed. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually a very cool person, chill.
You're very, hold on.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. You're very charming.
Yeah.
You're very, very charming. But it's just sometimes you get real tense
I'm a
with
gargoyle.
You get real tense with me when I'm just having a normal conversation. But I think what you notice is I hold eye contact too. And maybe you seeing me hold eye contact with another person for too long, I think may come off too intimate.
Possibly for sure. You know, I'm a gargoyle. I'm a night protector. You know.
I understand. But I'll say that I've seen you improve.
Yeah.
Because I tattoo, so I meet with people intimately. I have to touch people. There's an exchange there.
Sure.
I've seen you improve with, you know, me hosting or.
Right.
I think the more moves we make together, especially when it comes to the studio, the more moves we make together and people you know and familiarity, I think I've seen an improvement.
Doors are opening up when we do connect with each other's web. Our world starts to strengthen. Other people are starting to see us in our actual light, in our actual realm.
Well, maybe you're starting to see your own light more.
That's true. I genuinely appreciate you. I love you. And I cherish you. And just know that I personally would like to move forward and see you in your real soft nature. And I don't want to see no more pain that I cause on your face. I don't.
I tell you, I want to see your eyes smile more.
Yeah.
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 I want to make sure that I'm talking to you in my highest divinity at all times.
Let me see that.
Because I want to make sure your eyes are smiling because of me and because you feel good, because you feel good at your core.
Absolutely. This made me feel better to the bottom of things.
You got down to the bottom of things.
We really got down to the bottom.
You got down to the bottom of things.
For sure.
How long do you think this video is?
Long enough. 44 minutes.
You think 44?
Probably so.
Let me see where it's at.
Alright, so key things. XYZ.NETR is activated. As you can see, painted behind me. This is one of my new paintings. This is up now for trade. And we also are bringing forth prints. So prints will be available, but this is available now.
Well, break it down. What does this painting embody for you? What is this painting? What is this painting a signature of?
this painting represents, to me, having my own flagship. For a long time, the original ancient American, the original man and woman, we had ownership, land ownership, mastership, but we've yet to have our sovereignty and our identity. And this to me represents that flag. It's like the flag that we put on all our boats. The flag that represents us. The idea is that the serpent, the snake, represents that higher mind, which is us, also our people and our magic. We know we got magic, we know we magic, we know we black fantastic. So this is that eye that represents that.
And if you look closely, this is a serpent or cat eye.
Absolutely.
What were you going for?
So I was going for a mixture of serpent and cat, like a basilisk. A mixture of a cat and a serpent. All at the same time representing the vulture with a crown. This being our nature to pretty much make do with everything that we have. Even if we come from a place where we didn't come from money, we was able to still come from where we came from with the scraps that we utilize and make something out of nothing. And this is what this vulture represents and why he wears a crown. Because that represents our ability to create from out of nothingness. From wherever we are, whether we in the hood, whether we lived in the desert, no matter where you are, this is what this vulture represents.
Right.
So, to me, the colors of royalty, red, gold, blue, some purple hues in there, things that call to us naturally. And because we know we all Mansa Musa, and we turn nothing into something, which is our ability to touch everything and turn it to gold. So this is what this painting represents. This is my flagship for sure.
This is the most detailed piece you've done.
Absolutely.
I'm very proud of you for
Well,
this.
thank you.
The colorway and everything.
100%.
This is a true runaway.
22 by 32 on wood and acrylic.
About 22 and 32. Acrylic on wood.
Absolutely.
There you go.
This is my most detailed piece.
It is.
Truly is. As you can see, it has some hints of like stars in there as well. Moon and star, but it's in the paint itself. Just to give it that, also that balance between masculine and feminine.
Now, one thing about art like this is it appreciates in value.
Absolutely.
So right now it's at 1,000. A few more years, price going up, baby.
100%.
Yeah. This is timeless. It's absolutely timeless.
Absolutely. I love the way you think. It's mesmerizing. So, that is getting down to the bottom of things.
Getting down to the bottom of things.
For sure. And we just transforming every day. And I appreciate you.
I appreciate love you.
I appreciate love you. There we go.
Appreciate rise with you.
Rise with you. The electric link is going up.
Electric Link coming up, the next one. The
It is.
first one was real fun, y'all.
It really
I
was.
was really happy at the turnout.
Yeah.
It was 15 tickets sold, 9 people showed up in the flesh, and it was a day.
It really was. It was beautiful. It was great being able to connect with everyone. And it's always feels very genuine.
It was very genuine.
Truly.
My favorite part was literally having eye to eyes with people, having those conversations that we want to have off the screen. That was my favorite part. I forgot how social I was.
That's
I was
another
a
thing
social
too.
butterfly.
Also, as an artist, as a musician, you get to really see in real time just how much people really do appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
They do. Mm-hmm. You get to see how people react to your music, how people have been listening or how they've been tapped in to your portal, and it brings me a lot of real genuine honor and love to see and witness
feedback.
The feedback.
Yeah.
For sure. Aten Shakti. Y'all have an amazing rest of whatever part of your day.
Sacred day. Me too on the jewels, baby.
Me too.
We got the labradorite, that black obsidian.
We got malachite right here.
Malachite.
Yeah.
To continue these videos, if you want to support, show your support, you can do so by number 1, showing up to the ELECTRIK link. The next one upcoming is July 20th.
July 20th.
We have our website. We have the jewels on the website. And last but not least, let us know if y'all want to print before we make the prints.
For sure.
Let us know. Let us know ahead of time, because we're gonna make the prints, but we'll feel more motivated to do so if you let us know that you want to print.
For sure.
That's the way you popping.
No, like the way you do it is Rossi.
Anything else we gotta say?
Just look forward to more music from Aten.
More music from Aten.
More music from Aten. Just look forward to the music. And it's coming. And we creating full on feelings that ain't never been felt before. And I just want to really give a warning and a shout out at the same time. I just want to warn everybody, let y'all know I'm coming. And then a shout out to all the true lyricists out there and people who are really pushing the culture forward and knowing that this culture that we have has always been about invigorating and overcoming obstacles and overcoming oppression and uniting and building bridges with one another. So I want to thank every individual that is currently building bridges, that is sparking that light out into other individuals and being a channel for the Most High, for sure. And that's all I have to say for now.